in all these shows, these acts are all supporting acts. 222, 333, 57, 58, so on and so forth. So let's go and find those specific acts. 2 happens to be Tom Petty, 3 is Bob Dylan, 58 is Gladys Knight, 57 is Tony Joe White. Not necessarily the best choices for supporting acts, but... And here are the shows that have supporting acts, but I'm not showing those supporting acts. Show ID 160, 59 and 58 are all Chicago. So going back to the acts to find 160, 59 and 58. So the show ID 160, 59, 58 are all Chicago, 157 is Styx, Ray Charles is 965, Paul McCartney 1 to 4. Going back to the supporting act table, I'm actually going to pull up. These are the codes for the supporting acts, and these are the show IDs that they perform at. So shows 158, 59 and 60 supported by Act ID 57, which happens to be Tony Joe White, those are actually shows 58, 59 and 60 Chicago, 57 is Styx. So we're saying 57 is supporting these shows 157, 158, 159 and 60. He's supporting all 4 of those. He's actually supporting, or he is a support act for a show by Styx and 3 shows by Chicago. Now, in order to join this information together, it's kind of tricky, because what you've got to do first of all to split this query up into pieces. I'm going to split it into pieces and show you how you construct it. The first thing you do is you join, to keep it simple, you join the act table, the venue table and the show table. You find the act, the show and the venue. So let's find that information. This is just the main primary act. So Paul McCartney performs at Compaq Centre on this date, Ray Charles and so on and so forth. And this actually happens to be the supporting acts as well, because the supporting acts are stored in the act table as well. The trick is, first of all, let's go and find sa.act ID. So now I'm going to add the supporting act table into the query. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm finding the join of all this stuff, act, show and venue, and then I'm going to left outer join into the supporting act to find everything that's in this query already, plus anything that is in supporting act that joins with the show. So we're finding supporting acts for a particular show. The idea is that supporting acts can support multiple shows in different places. They can support multiple acts. They can also be a show unto themselves. And obviously a primary act can also be a supporting act. It all works in all directions, if you like. So let's run this query. Now what we get, if we go down to somewhere like Chicago, I can't find it now, Chicago, we can see that Chicago actually has the supporting acts 59, 58, 57, 59 at different shows. It could be different acts at different shows as well, depending on where people are in the country. You can just imagine the planning that goes into all these events. It's enormous. So now the next stage is to find out what that particular supporting act is. Now instinctively, the first thing you do, first thing I did without thinking about it, this wasn't a left outer join. What's it going to do? It's going to find nothing. What I'm actually trying to do here is I'm trying to find the name of the supporting act in addition to the name of the act as well, the primary act. So I join to the act table for a second time with an alias of B, and I connect the act table on the act from the supporting act back to the act table. So the first outer join joined the show to the supporting act, and the second join joined the act. If we look down here, all we're finding here is the connection data. In other words, we're only finding shows here that actually have supporting acts. in order to find the shows that have supporting acts in addition to the shows that don't have supporting acts, both of these need to be left out of joins. So we run this again, and now we get a lot more data, and we get a lot of supporting acts that actually have nulls, and you can see we have the ones in here that don't have nulls. And if you look carefully, you'll actually notice that some of these actually have more than one supporting act. Chicago 19 December 19 December has both Tony Joe White and the Little River Band, and it has Gladys Knight, actually has 3. That's my database.